If y'all didn't already know that Doctor Doom is fucking hilarious, I don't know what to tell you, because Doctor Doom is honestly so damn funny. Especially like when he's at home. So, welcome back to the doctor's office. I am Dr. K right now. Here you get proper diagnosis and prognosis and everything, comics and comic book characters. And we are on book 6 for Storm. Now, if you remember, all of this is Dr. Doom's fault. Okay. So, if you remember, Storm went to go see Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom was, hospitality in Latveria, giving her food, made her father's gumbo, and she didn't like a dessert. He tried to kill his cook. She was not having it, and he realized that she did not have her powers because he wanted her to do a task, which she could not do without having her powers, and he decided that he was going to give them back to her, i.e., this is his fault. When he gave the powers back to her, it broke the deal that Brother Voodoo had created with this spirit to heal her. That spirit killed her, and eternity brought her back to life. And that whole entire sequence and situation that was happening with her, in the background, Dr. Doom was fighting with the fucking demon. Okay? Or the spirit. Now, eternity has taken over her body and is fighting the spirit and winning, and the spirit's just like, oh my gosh, you can't do this, don't kill me, da da da, and she turns the spirit into like this spear and consumes it. Yikes. Now, of course, after this happens, she powers her ass up and gets down in front of a Doombot. Not even Dr. Doom, it's a Doombot. And it's just like, and now you. And it's like, actually, you came in here, you brought a demon in here, you destroyed my house, you need to leave, da da da. And Eternity is just like, who? Snap. Froze the shit out of it. Out of all of the Doombots that are out there, and is just out there fighting, and breaks through the window behind actual Dr. Doom. And Dr. Doom is like, if you're thinking I'm supposed to be afraid of you, I don't think that you know whose presence you're in. Now, while all of this is happening, we have Eternity, Oblivion, and Living Tribunal, who are hearing a case from each other, between Oblivion and Eternity. And Oblivion wants his twin sister Death to live with Eternity inside of Eternity's body, because Eternity's like eating from Oblivion basically and taking from Oblivion, and Oblivion's like, I don't have anything left to give, I can't house her, so I want you to take her. And Eternity's like, no. I don't want to. So they have trial by combat, in which Oblivion is representing himself, and Eternity has a representative, like called the Madness or something like that. And it literally does not even fucking last long. It took Oblivion one strike to win, and Death, his twin sister, ended up going with Eternity. Okay. So that whole situation goes by, and Storm, who is currently being possessed by Eternity, is about to kill Dr. Doom. And it does say that Dr. Doom is about to experience death. So, however, Dr. Doom is like, Storm is not going to let you kill an unarmed man. Like, it's very clear you don't know anything about her. And so, of course, when she does try to use the powers, her hands start trembling. And it's like, you seem to know a lot about my host. Okay, I'll let you live. But, for now. And he's just like, Death should be afraid of me, basically, is what he says. And so, after that whole situation happens, we go back to Oblivion, who is just like, oh, I miss my twin sister, Death. I want her to come back. And he's like, I want my sister back. And Eternity's like, no. What? You made me take her. So no. So Oblivion tries to basically do judge, jury, executioner type thing to get Death back. And Living Tribunal is like, who the hell do you think you are? That's not how this works, and that's not what you're about to do. And so, of course, those two start fighting. He's like, motion denied. Because who the fuck? You're not about to do that. And so they have like their extended conversation, and then of course here the Living Tribunal works for the one above all. He's the judge. So, and like the one above all is like sit right there, so like chill. So of course they decide to carry the motion between the two of them, the same way that death got taken from Oblivion is currently on the table, trial by combat, and one of them, it like whoever wins gets to host basically the universe and everything, and the other one like basically fails to exist. I'm guessing is what they are saying there. And so they're like, so, you know, Living Tribunal is like, so, you know, eternity, who are you going to pick to represent you? Who is your champion? Who are you going to pick to represent the universe? Now, when all of that happened, everybody who has the senses was able to feel it. So Miles Morales was like freaking out, thinking that it was like a Spider-Verse thing, and he was like, I swear to God, if this is a Spider-Verse thing, I'm gonna freak out. And then Phoenix also felt it, and she felt specific. She's like, Aurora, like it felt like Storm. So like she knew some shit was going on with her girl. And you know, she ain't like that. So that and then of course it shows that she is back at her sanctuary in her hippo habitat, fucking crying. Y'all got my girl in tears. Now, the few things that I like about this issue: 1, the art as always. 2, I like how Dr. Doom is like really funny. 3, I like how they're doing this and they're introducing Storm as Eternity's champion, basically, because if you guys saw the interview that I did with Mr. Ayadele, he did say that issue 7 she's going to be going through a series of tests with the Thunder Gods. So like, oh, that includes Thor and Ogun and like several others, through different like folklores of the thunder gods. And it's like, is she a thunder goddess or is she a real true thunder god when the other thunder gods show up? So this, I think this one should be very interesting. So we're really waiting for issue 7, right? So you know, I do feel bad for her because, again, this whole situation, that whole entire situation was Dr. Doom's fault. First of all, you just randomly summoned her, and then you had this test that you wanted her to do or something like that required her to have her powers, and she was doing her best to be really, really nice and patient and kind. You tried to kill your pastry chef because she didn't like the dessert, and she stopped you from killing that man in front of her. And you decided on your own, oh, you don't have your powers? I need you to have your powers because I want you to do something. I'm going to give your powers back to you since you don't have them. You decided to do that shit on your own. My girl was minding her own fucking business. And so he does what he always does. He shifts the blame as if that shit wasn't his fault. She literally died on your floor immediately after you did what you did. When that spirit was released, she was dead on your floor. She was then brought back to life by eternity and ended up facing that spirit because you were fighting the spirit in the back, and my girl was bleeding out and dying on the floor. So you didn't think in your mind that some of that was your fault? All of that was your fault? Like, what the hell? And of course, I did see some people say, well, Storm should have told him. Told him what? She doesn't have to reveal any of that information. Especially not to him. He knows all, remember? He's now the Sorcerer Supreme, remember? Why would she need to tell him any of that? Why would she need to tell him any of those things? Like, you know, why would I tell you? Because what I have right now would be considered a weakness. Why would I just freely offer you information on a weakness that I'm currently having? Be serious. I liked this book though. I did. Seeing the the Watcher being in here as well. So seeing, you know, the Living Tribunal, the Watcher, seeing Oblivion and Eternity all interacting, the mention of the One Above All, I really did enjoy that. So I felt like this was kind of just like the setup part. This was part of the One World Under Doom situation. And then she's also going to be part of the X-Manhunt thing, because after Charles Xavier escapes from prison, he goes to stay with her, which is an interesting choice to me, considering, you know, the love-hate relationship that got going on, right? So, and at this point, I'm pretty sure Xavier is still a fucking psychopath. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm excited. The design of her outfit that she's gonna have, she ready to fight. She is ready to fucking fight. So, I'm very interested. I'm very excited. But that's it for this episode of The Doctor's Office. Don't forget to check out the podcast. Don't forget to get the book. And I will see several of you guys at BlerdCon.